only for a while. But the practice did take off, and then so I began looking at getting some help and a quality lawyer to join me. And so I looked around Yakima, and I thought, Rod's the guy. He is the guy. And so I called him up and offered him the job. And I think his answer initially was, well, let me talk to Lonnie. Knowing where the center of power is, and I thought that was good. That was wise. That he was talking with his spouse about that. And then so he's going to call me back. So get the call, expecting hey, yeah, great, ready to come in. And it was, well, we've talked about it, and I just don't think that's the right decision for me. Wow, really? Got this call back. I think it was less than about 24 hours later.
It was the next morning.
Next morning, yeah. It was less than 24 hours later. And it's Rod. And I said, well, hi, Rod. And he says, well, if that job's still open, I'd like to take it. And I said, it is still open. And so Rod joined, and March 1 of 1982, and it's been 30 years. And so Rod and I started. We were out at Lake Aspen originally. We had a little office out at Lake Aspen, beautiful little place, very small. Well, Joyce, as our office manager and legal assistant, was there. Rod joined us, and back in the early days, we did everything. Whatever we could get in the door, we did for years. And the thing that I was thinking about, this today, looking back over 30 years, how, in some ways, how quickly it goes. The things that I think that the most important thing about life are your relationships in life. Your relationships with your family, with your children, your grandchildren, and your business partners. And I could not have asked for a better partner than Rod Nelson. I could not have asked for a better partner. It's really been my blessing and pleasure to have not only a good partner, but a good friend, and somebody that I feel like I could rely on for anything that I needed in life. Rod Nelson and Lonnie are two of those people, and there are very few in my life. So I'm very blessed and very happy to have had 30 years.
And I said, I said, I'm kind of looking for somebody, or I said, I'm looking, and well, we should get together, and we did get together, I think. And I do remember almost making the biggest mistake of my life by telling Terry, no, I don't think this is going to work, and then waking up the next morning and realizing that would be a huge mistake, and calling Terry and telling him this is the right decision. And we both had sort of a vision. We both wanted to do the kind of work we're doing now. We both realized we couldn't do that right away. And there was, and Terry described it really well. We did everything. We just literally did everything to build up our practice, because we realized that making a lot of contacts with a lot of people and doing a good job for them would eventually help us build our practice. And that's really been kind of the story of our partnership, really. I've really appreciated and felt blessed to have a partner like Terry. So it's been a great ride, Terry, and thanks for the trip.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
I hear that one.